Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, M Sakura from the cast of season 12 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and you are on my YouTube channel. It's been a while, everybody. We've been so busy recently with Pride and everything that we haven't been able to really record and upload any videos, so I'm sorry if you guys have been waiting for too long. But since DragCon is right around the corner, I thought this would be the perfect time to give you guys some tips on how to take drag photos. Because today I'm gonna be getting in my outfit from last year's DragCon, and we're gonna be taking pictures that we're going to use to sell at DragCon. But the point of this video is to give you guys a couple of tips and tricks on how to take pictures of your own drag in your own time. Here's a scenario. You go to DragCon, you have 3 different looks for 3 different days. It's only 2 days now. You have 2 different looks for 2 different days, and you spent forever on them. They're absolutely gorgeous. You have a great concept. Your makeup is gonna be flawless. You're also gonna go to DragCon and you're gonna take the worst photos. I know you, and that outfit is not gonna be done any justice because you're not gonna have any good photos taken of it. Follow today's tips and maybe by the end of it, we'll all have better drag photos. Also, disclaimer, I am not a photographer. I am a cross-dressing, anime-loving weeaboo girl, and I did not go to photography school. I did not go to lighting school. So I'm gonna give you my perspective as a drag queen, as a person who is like the subject of the photo. And so before we get into the list today, please make sure to like this video, comment down below whose promo shot is your favorite in all of Drag Race history. Ellie Mantle at the Met Gala. And last but not least, make sure to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications if you want to get notified whenever we upload. Our channel always has lots of drag related things. It has K-pop stuff, J-pop stuff. We have everything here, so please make sure to subscribe. And with that, let's get into tip number 1. Tip number 1 is know your references, know your inspiration. My suggestion to you is if you really want to take photos later and you think that something looks sickening, take a screenshot of it, take a picture of it, remember that for later, keep it in a folder for your references. Know what you're going to do when you finally are able to take a picture. Have something like ready at the quick draw. So for today's photos, we're taking inspiration from some of my favorite places, which is, I always get like these illustration books from like Kinokuniya. This book is the New Retro Illustration book. This one has a bunch of illustrations that are based on like new retro art styles. Love this shot. Love this shot right here. This is kind of the inspiration, like the dreamy look that we usually have for my photos. So I think this is one pose that we definitely want to do. The composition of these ones are pretty easy, honestly. It's just legs together, hands to the chest, pretty easy peasy. I think that would be good to have for a shot too. So we're gonna keep that as a reference. This is a New Retro book on how to draw New Retro. And when I got this, New Retro was a style that was very prevalent. The one that we have bookmarked, which is pretty simple. The mood that we're going for is kind of light, it's sweet. Yeah, I like this pose, so we're gonna keep that. One helpful tip I have about getting the references, make sure you know that your pose is going to work with your outfit. If you have an outfit that has like giant puff sleeves like this, or the silhouette comes from you having your arms down, don't have a pose that's like this because you're gonna lose yourself, right? Be aware of what you're going to take pictures of and what is gonna work. I can't do a Naomi Smalls look because my legs are not that big. For me, I would get like a pose from like Danny DeVito. I feel like I resemble a lot of pop and music characters a lot from Bimini. They have a lot of like big chunky features to them. So it doesn't have to be a real person. It can just be something that kind of matches you or your aesthetic. Here's tip number 2. Tip number 2 is have a clean background. That's for your own benefit. And what do I mean by a clean background? Like, we have a clean white wall behind us that is great for taking photos in front of because it gives you a nice blank canvas to edit around it. I know you're not gonna be able to find a clean background every time, but the cleaner the background, the better it's gonna be for you. I haven't cleaned my dishes. There's pizza over here. If you really want to use this as your background, at least wipe it. And let's say like you're having a friend take a picture of you and you're out on the town, find a nice, clean, solid wall and you can take a picture there. Like, that's fine. One picture is better than no picture. I've seen so many pictures where girls take photos in the back of a bar and it is the grossest, grodiest looking bar. Like, it's you, a jar of pickles, the mop. That should be evidence for bar rescue to come. You're drag queens and you got no clean background, your tuck's coming out, you're gonna make someone sick. You know what? This is gonna transition into our next tip. Tip number 3, have good lighting. The lighting setup that we're gonna use today, I'm gonna link down below. It's gonna be in Cash's Amazon storefront. She has it listed all there, the stuff that we're gonna use today. My suggestion to you guys is to have at least like maybe two solid points of light. What happens if I have one light over here and no light over here, but my face, makeup-wise, only looks good from the front? I'm gonna look terrible, okay? The best thing for any drag queen is to have even lighting. One ring light is not gonna cut it. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. But my suggestion is to have 2 pieces of lighting. Okay, so see how the light is like to the side and my face is kind of profiled right over here? Yeah. So we're gonna find the light. We're gonna scoot over this way. There we go. See, the light is coming from this way. Right here in my face, it's evenly lit. We only have one light right here, but it still looks good. And regarding this tip, one of my favorite things that I've learned from taking pictures with Cash, I don't know what the terminology is, but if you have like a main light that's lighting your face, keep your nose pointed towards that light source, because this one light over here is going to evenly light my face. Find your light and don't get in my light. Number 4, get the full shot. I mean, don't crop your hair. And if you're gonna get a full body that you're gonna put on a poster later, get your full body. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen promos where they have the girl's photos on there and they cut out everything, but the girl has taken the photo and her hair is cropped out on the corner. So there's like a square right here where her big hair should be. If you're gonna take a photo of your face, make sure everything is encompassed in it. Cameras nowadays are very, very powerful. Even if you don't necessarily see it right there on the camera, chances are you can zoom into it later, get a high quality shot out of it, get the whole shot, zoom into it later. And last but not least, number 5, this one is really important. You know your face better than anyone. Actually, that's not true, because Cash knows my face better than I do. Know your angles, know what works best with your face, with your outfit. This is another thing with like coming in prepared with your outfits. So just know the angles that are gonna look good on your face, on your makeup, and on your hair. Like if your hair only looks good from the front, girl, you might have to take pictures from only the front. And if your makeup only looks good from the front, you might have to be like this every single time. No one will notice if you're subtle about it, you know? And my last tip, I know this is 5 tips, but this is kind of like an omni tip for everything. Learn. 1 picture is better than 0 pictures. 5 pictures is better than 1 picture. 10 pictures is better than 5 pictures. Just take your pictures. Don't be afraid to take pictures, and don't be afraid to learn from your mistakes. I say this so many times. Make sure you have friends that are not afraid to give you criticism. If they want you to get better, they will tell you exactly how it is. Like Cash told me, she's like, why don't you line your lips? Oh, this looks so much better. Everyone starts from somewhere. Everyone has bad pictures. I have tons and tons of bad pictures. Keep in mind these 5 tips when you're doing your pictures. And if you have any suggestions, please make sure to leave it in the comments down below so that anyone who is new to taking photos or anyone who wants to take better photos, maybe they can take some of your advice. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And of course, if you want to support this channel, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon. Patrons get the best gift of all, which is helping this channel grow, pay to keep our lights on, which without these lights, keep them on, please. Thank you guys. Thank you to all my lovely Patreons. And I guess with that, we're gonna say, talk to you later. Bye. Do you need someone to spice up your birthday present? Do you need some entertainment in your local school auditorium? I'm M Sakura and I'm on Cameo right now. You can book me for only $35 and I will be there for you when your mom is in the hospital because she's got chronic diarrhea. She's just blowing it at her butthole. Do you need someone to go in front of your workplace and present your PowerPoint presentation?
Jonathan wants to say that. He's fired. He quit.
If your friends stop talking to you because you stole their boyfriends?
First off, good for you. But secondly, I can help with that.
If you want your very own M Sakura personal message, the link is in the description down below. Your life will never be the same. Never be the same. Never. You're gonna see my feet a lot.